afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the second November edition of Topic Time with Harrison Young. The first one at ECAT. We're going everywhere. Last night we did just a Zoom show to Boston, but today I have a beautiful young rapper. She's in Tampa, Florida. I've never done Florida before, but with Zoom, we're going everywhere on Topic Time. But before we get to her, I'm going to read these great underwriters, and then we will commence per usual. So I want to thank Auto Country, king of the used car in Abington, #1 in the dealer ratings for Massachusetts in 2021. Been with me since the beginning. Great customer service. We got them. We get Dancer's Dream in Whitman. We get One Good Credit in Brockton. We got Lynch's Towing, Auto Cycle, and Truck Center in Brockton. One number for towing, one number for projects. Always looking for new things to do, scrap metal, wheels, transportation-wise. My pal Lynchy in Brockton does that. We got Auto Town, Auto Glass, and Auto Body in Abington. We got Fairdiologist 101 Barbershop in Brockton. We got Omega Pizza in Rentham. We got Westside Service Center in Brockton. Great deals on car repairs. We got the Statue Company in North Attleboro. They're a new one. We got the Looking Glass Cafe in Rentham. They're a new one. We got Salon Catherine right in Brockton. They're a new one. We got we got John's Greenhouses and Florist Shop in Brockton. We got Eli's Auto Repair in Taunton. We got the Gun Runner LLC in Raynham. The Gun Runner LLC in Middleborough, dedicated to your Second Amendment rights, the Second Amendment Freedom Store. We got the law offices of Cahill Lane and Stefani PC in Brockton. We got RW Carpet and Flooring in Norton. We got Doggy Boutique, All Beat Professional Grooming in Brockton, run by my great next door neighbor, Debbie Siddell. We got Grant Rental in Bridgewater. We got Easton Fitness right in the Village Shops in Northeastern. And we got Joe's Diner in Taunton. Oh, and one of them I missed was South Attleboro Marine Incorporated in North Attleboro. So I want to thank you guys very much. And now on that note, I'll finally introduce this young lady. She goes by ChevyGurl. She's a rapper, and I want to thank Mr. Tizio for getting, me as a recommendation. So ChevyGurl, thank you for doing my show today in the lovely state of Florida, where you say it's pretty hot, but we'll take hot over cold anytime.
Anytime.
All right, so you're a rapper, and you have you look lovely, and you have a very nice voice. And we're going to look at a couple of clips of your work about halfway through the show. But like what I do with every guest is I profile people just based on learning about their past and what they're like. You don't look too old. I like to find out what people were like growing up and how it got them where they're at to where they're at. So tell me about yourself. Did you grow up in Florida, and what did you do as a child, and how did it lead to what you're doing now?
Yeah, so I am a true born and raised Floridian, but
Okay.
my dad was a college football coach, or still is, so we moved around a bit, but
Okay.
my whole life has just been surrounded by music because he used to DJ and they had their own record label.
Well, yeah, well, hold up. What's his record label? What is it?
PPI Records.
Okay. Sweet.
Party People Incorporated.
Okay. And so you definitely come from a musical production family, so not
For
just
sure.
not just. I mean, is he a performer too, or is he just?
He used to DJ, but he doesn't anymore. But he still has his original 1200s, like the wax.
Okay.
God, they're so pretty.
That's awesome. Okay. And so have you recorded anything? I assume because you're his daughter, you've recorded stuff in his studio, right?
Yeah, always had a studio, like separate, designated inside of our home.
Okay.
Really good production going on in Clearwater. That's where I just recorded my EP. So
Sweet. That's why Boston Red Sox have their
A1.
training too, I think. All right. Wow. Okay. So you basically, now when you rap, do you rap by yourself, or do you rap with other people, or both?
Both. I'm a solo artist, but if someone wants to collaborate with me, they just reach out and we go over everything, and then they'll either send it to me, or if they're comfortable, we go in the studio together.
Oh, okay. That's great. So when did you start rapping? How old were you?
Ooh. I was.
No, take your time. Just try.
I would say when I first decided I was gonna try it and be for real, I was like maybe 16, and I was writing raps and doing things on YouTube, like participating in the challenges and stuff.
Okay.
But as far as taking it serious as my career, that started really in 2016 is when I would say, yeah.
Okay, well, you don't look too old now. You don't look like you're much past high school age.
27.
Are you really? Wow.
I'll be 28 next month.
Wow. You look like you're still a teenager to me, but I'm a
Yeah.
lot old. That's because I'm quite a bit older than you. I'm more than twice your age. All right.
So
Did you go to school for music at all anywhere?
I didn't. I'm self-taught.
Okay.
Part of
That's
having
great.
like the studio in our home, I would sneak in there when the artists were done recording and I'd like open their sessions. I'm like, all right, let's play around with it. I know anything that I do, I can just delete it and make it original. So I'd make a copy of it and just play around. And eventually I taught myself how to engineer, produce, record, like everything.
Wow. Did any of that include like, taking like an old phonograph and scratching a needle on a disc, on a
I
record?
wish.
Well,
I
I mean, that's
wish
kind of,
so
okay, well, it
bad.
sounds like it's more complex than that, is it?
It can be, but I feel like I would love to have experiences with just every form of the creation of music,
Okay, well, you're getting them now. I mean,
everything.
there's
Yeah.
plenty of time for that. Did you go to college at all?
Yeah, I went to college in from 2012 to 2015.
Where'd you go?
Um, Campbellsville University up in Kentucky.
Oh,
So
okay,
my dad worked there, so I was like, hey, I can either go out of state and pay a bill, or I can go for free. And
well,
free
that's
was
it.
the way to go.
What did you major in? We actually did a show to Kentucky last week. I interviewed an
Hmm.
actor there, so small
I
world.
majored in criminal justice, psychology, political science, and sociology.
Those are all interesting subjects. Okay. Now, I called you earlier today to make sure you were good to go. Do you have another job that pertains to music or anything you want to talk about?
Mm, not necessarily that pertains to music, but I feel like as an artist who is going to take myself serious, I can't just necessarily depend on someone else to pay for everything. With every contract, there comes a cost. So
Okay,
I'd rather do everything, pay for my own cost, and when I get there, I get there. So
okay.
yeah, just
All
work
right.
to afford the lifestyle.
Yeah, absolutely is. So that's pretty cool. You have your family studio is right in your house. And
Yeah.
how many artists does your father work with about?
Used to have a bit, but now I think he doesn't have any right now because
Okay.
they're passing it on to me. And I'm
Oh,
kind
okay.
of just like, do I want that responsibility or
All right.
not?
When you say they're passing it on to
Yeah.
you, it means you're gonna run the studio and you're gonna record people. Is that
I
it?
would be, I mean, I record people now
Right.
whenever, but they're gonna pass on the label. So I'd be signing and possibly managing people, um,
Wow.
every new artist as an A&R until I hire other people to do those things. So
Wow.
yeah.
Well, sounds fun, but I guess you have to weigh the pros and cons before you just, decide what you're gonna do.
Right.
Well, I mean, how's that? But I mean, how long is it gonna take before you figure out whether or not you want to do it?
I mean, we're in 2022. I'll be 28 next month. So
Right.
honestly, probably beginning of next year, I'll figure out. It's just a matter of when you make obligations to people, you definitely have to make sure to pull through on those. And I want to make sure I'm in a position where I already stick to my word and I don't want to break my word at
Right.
all.
Oh, I understand.
That's all.
Okay, so basically you'll be a bit, if you do it, it'll be aside from doing your own rap, you'll be representing other people and it'll be
Hmm.
like a business for you. It'll be a business for you as well.
Exactly.
And it'll probably take up your full time pretty much between that and doing your own stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, tell me about the kind of type of stuff you rap about. I mean, is it based on your life experience or you tell me?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Everything I rap about is honestly just personal experiences from, little teeny tiny me to now.
Yeah.
The changes I've had to go through throughout life, the friends I've lost,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
coming up on money, spending it when I probably shouldn't have,
Yeah.
just being honest about my experiences.
Okay. So basically, I mean, you've had ups and downs as we all have going, and you're right about them.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Have you ever done anything else in entertainment? Have you ever? I mean, do you dance at all too, or I mean, have you done any model?
I used to dance. I guess it kind of just came with the music aspect of it, I love dancing by myself, but not for people anymore. And
Okay.
then, as far as like modeling, I did used to model a little bit, but I'm short. I'm 5'2", so they're always like,
You
put
like
those heels
taller?
on.
I mean, speaking for myself, I think 5'2" is a beautiful height for a girl, but that's me. Listen, if I represented a modeling agency, you'd be one of my top people on it. I'd make sure
Right.
you want it to be.
It's crazy because most people think I'm like, when they look at my social media and they look at my pictures, they're like, you gotta be at least 5'10". I'm like, no, I'm catfishing you with this height.
5'10". I saw you. You don't look 5'10".
I
You look good.
don't. I mean, I have long legs, but that's it. I'm not.
Well, if you're 5'2" and you have long legs, you must have a pretty short torso, but that's normal. I
For the
mean,
most part.
okay. No, do you do anything? I don't know why, but I'm looking at you and I'm thinking you might be artistic with a pen and a paintbrush too. Have you ever done anything like that?
I do. I draw. I used to do graphic design. Right now, lately, in my free time, like when I just need to clear my head and think, I'll just open up like Procreate or something and just
Okay.
digital draw everything, fill it in, shade it, and all of that.
Yeah, you seem
Something
like,
to just get my mind off of things.
so where did you come up with the name ChevyGurl?
My dad gave it to me because I love classic cars and
Okay,
particularly the '67 Impala.
okay.
Yes,
Have
that's my
one by
dream
any
car.
chance? Do you drive it a '67 Impala?
I'm not. I'm working on it, but in Florida versus like up north, like in Florida, that's the cost of like a Bentley, whereas up north, I can probably get it maybe 15, 20 if it's already restored. So
Yeah, I don't know why that is, but you should come up north and get one and then drive back. That should be fun.
right. It's just they tend to have, I've noticed up north cars tend to rust more. And I don't know if it's the way that they like paint them or anything, but it's they rust more than down here.
Yeah, but
And
if you come up north and bring a car down there and you take care of it, it won't rust as bad.
True. You have a point. I might.
Good
I
point.
should.
Yeah.
You're encouraging me. My bad behaviors of spending.
Not a bad behavior. Well, guess what, ChevyGurl? We're actually we're going to look at a couple of clips of your work, and then we're going to come back and talk about them. So
Sure.
without further ado, watch ChevyGurl's couple of clips of music and performance, and we'll be right back.
Beso, 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 beso. They know, they know, they know, they know, they know, they know. Beso, 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 beso. They know, they know, they know, they know. For one it, then I'ma go get it. For one it, then I'ma go get it. For one it, then I'ma go get it. Counting this money, I spend it. Run at the check, I'ma run it up. Run at the check, I'ma run it up. Run at the check, I'ma run it up. Counting this money, I thumb it up. For one it, then I'ma go get it. For one it, then I'ma go get it. For one it, then I'ma go get it. Counting this money, I spend it. Run at the check, I'ma run it up. Run at the check, I'ma run it up. Run at the check, I'ma run it up. Counting this money, I thumb it up. Counting this money, I thumb it up. These boys don't know where I'm coming from. Never been one to dumb it up. Still do giving back for Hanukkah. Pull up on them in a lamb. Counting hundreds by the pound. It's just that you look at my pockets. Boy, it's just how I sound. Fresh out the coop, in no time of day. Been on my grind, ain't no kid to play. Running bad boy just like a relay. Got them cooking in the kitchen like a souffle. Yeah, they do what I say so. I just keep running up pesos. Bet you hit me before you see me. Man, it's just how the base go. I'm just in love with the money. These bummy dudes that look funny. These bummy chicks that look dummy. I'm dumb lit and they want me. Dabbing on them in a lamb. Yeah, they know I go ham. Man, I keep them in their feelings, but they swear they're not a fan. For one it, then I'ma go get it. For one it, then I'ma go get it. For one it, then I'ma go get it. Counting this money, I spend it. Run at the check, I'ma run it up. Run at the check, I'ma run it up. Run at the check, I'ma run it up. Counting this money, I thumb it up. For one it, then I'ma go get it. For one it, then I'ma go get it. For one it, then I'ma go get it. Counting this money, I spend it. Run at the check, I'ma run it up. Run at the check, I'ma run it up. Run at the check, I'ma run it up. Counting this money, I thumb it up. I just pull up in the race, counting money by the case. Run it up, man, I just run it up. Too much to fit in the safe. Pull up on a minute, all white. Yeah, boy, that's a poltergeist. Running back and run off on the plug. 250 stats counted up for the dub. 10 bands for a feature. Need it all for a feature. Ain't a chick do it like me either. Kill 'em all, something call me the Reaper. I'm coming with it, got my stacks up. Yeah, they know I'm an actor. I'm on point like the girl too tacked up. Crew in the back, just standing, count racks up. Type of heat, how you went through the back though. They coming at me, but you know I clap back though. They get a lick, don't know how to act though. I been came up on them, I just act po. Money stacked like it's contraband. Doors up in a handstand. I just be dripping that sauce. Aquafina when my plane land. For one it, then I'ma go get it. For one it, then I'ma go get it. For one it, then I'ma go get it. Counting this money, I spend it. Run at the check, I'ma run it up. Run at the check, I'ma run it up. Run at the check, I'ma run it up. Counting this money, I thumb it up. For one it, then I'ma go get it. For one it, then I'ma go get it. For one it, then I'ma go get it. Counting this money, I spend it. Run at the check, I'ma run it up. Run at the check, I'ma run it up. Run at the check, I'ma run it up. Counting this money, I thumb it up. They don't know what I do. They don't know who I be. Young Chevy, some call me CG. Yeah, I'm way out of your league. Put some respect on my name. Hottest youngin' in the game. I just be counting them stacks. Man, I never be the same. They don't know what I do. They don't know who I be. Young Chevy, some call me CG. Yeah, I'm way out of your league. Put some respect on my name. Hottest youngin' in the game. I just be counting them stacks. Man, I never be the same. For one it, then I'ma go get it. For one it, then I'ma go get it. For one it, then I'ma go get it. Counting this money, I spend it. Run at the check, I'ma run it up. Run at the check, I'ma run it up. Run at the check, I'ma run it up. Counting this money, I thumb it up. For one it, then I'ma go get it. For one it, then I'ma go get it. For one it, then I'ma go get it. Counting this money, I spend it. Run at the check, I'ma run it up. Run at the check, I'ma run it up. Run at the check, I'ma run it up. Counting this money, I thumb it up.
And ChevyGurl.
What's up?
Thank you for tuning into Layup on WRFL Lexington. This is your host, Vaughn Nolan. Make sure you follow us on Instagram.
Let's flex!
Yes, y'all heard it. Come on. She ain't never know me. New money, but I got a lot of old cheese. Look at this ice. Look at this drip. Drinking my cup. VVS on my wrist. Look at my dab. Look at my whip. Look at my neck. It don't get no better than this. Look at this ice. Look at this drip. Drinking my cup. VVS on my wrist. Look at my dab. Look at my whip. Look at my neck. It don't get no better than this. Look at this ice. Look at this drip. Pull up on these boys. Hop out the coupe. They know I really gets lit. Diamonds so clear on the chain. Peaky dancing like I'm on the stage. Counting this money. I thumb through the.
I said ChevyGurl, aka Sexy Girl! Hey, y'all agree?
Shout out Kentucky. Did I say Kentucky yet?
Oh, that was great. Tell me what we just watched.
I mean, really, just, my music video, Run It Up, my performance when I was in Lex Pride in Kentucky, just interacting with the crowd, how I usually do.
Okay. What did you say? What's Less Pride? What's that?
Lex Pride, it's the
Lex
gay
Pride.
pride festivals for everyone up there, the LGBTQ community. I just like to show my support because a lot of people don't. So,
I understand. That's cool. Listen, there's nothing. Listen, I think it's great that you have support for some cause that's good. That people, that make people happy, and that's the way it should be. And it makes you
Right.
happy to be part of that.
right.
To be supporting it. That's great.
Mhm.
Okay. So how often do you spend, how much time do you spend a week writing new stuff?
I'm gonna say about a day. Honestly, I can write anywhere from one song to a whole album in a day. And
Wow.
when I get to the studio, I'm just like, all right, what do you have for me? Let's do it. And I'll just go through and I'm like, all right, let me critique this real quick and let me get in the studio. Let me get in the booth, I'll record it. So
Oh, okay. Wait,
not too much.
but you live in the house where the studio is, right?
Right. I have mine, but for the most part, I don't know. It's a thing that I have where I'm like, I feel like I don't like recording myself as much as I do other people. So I'd
Okay.
rather someone else record me, but
I
I don't
see.
want them in my house either.
Okay. Well, don't you have anybody that you trust enough to have in your house to record
I
you?
trust them all. I do. All my friends, like the people close to me, I trust them, but I don't want them in my house.
Okay. Well,
It's weird. I'm sorry.
oh no, it's okay. Listen, it's an interesting story. Most people like having friends in their house, but that's, you feel differently. You probably, I mean, it sounds to me like you got a pretty sacred, situation there, and you don't want it upset. I totally get that.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I think because mostly like when I was younger, I did all of my I did my hostings and promoting and going to the club and parties and all of that. So now it's just like my social battery will be here and then just go and that's it. So yeah, I think that's really what it is. My home, I can take a nap and go to sleep anytime I feel like it, but
It's
not when
always
people
fun
are
to do. I
here.
know I do plenty of that in my home too.
Yes.
Like the other night, as I recall, the other day when I contacted you to do the Facebook plug, you would have fallen asleep.
I was.
That's okay, but that's good. You know, I mean, listen, I personally speak, you know, it would be kind of cool. I just dawned on me. You ought to write a song about how beautiful sleep is.
Yes. Oh my
Nobody's ever
God.
done that. Have you ever heard a song about how beautiful sleep is?
No, not a
In
good
any,
one at
any,
least.
in any genre of music, I have never heard that. You should be the first. If I was a songwriter, I'd write something about it. But I tried that once in 2003, and I really didn't do well. But it might be something to consider. After all, you like sleeping. We all like napping. It's a great.
Listen, I'm gonna call you and put you on on the credits when you see your name at the bottom of the song
Yeah.
on iTunes and Apple
You don't even
Music.
have to pay me for it. That's all that. So that'd be sweet. I don't know. It just might be a cool idea. I mean, you know what you could do? You could maybe use the snoring rhythm to use as a rap backdrop. You know what I'm saying? For rhythm.
I
Snoring
might fall
sound.
asleep myself. Oh my
Yeah.
God. I love rain to help me sleep, so maybe I'll put some of that in there.
That would be great. Yeah.
Maybe it'll get streams because people are like, they're listening to it to sleep. So maybe that'll help
Like
the
lullabies for
algorithm.
kids too with that, you know,
Yeah.
rap lullaby. I don't think anyone's ever done that either. That might be kind of nice.
Well, actually, Slick Rick has. He
Yeah,
has kind of like
okay.
a little rap lullaby, so
Okay.
yeah.
I
But not
don't
for
know.
sleep.
I'm getting more rappers on the show than, you know, the last couple of years, I've had probably 3 dozen rappers, you know, starting, well, Tyzio was one of them, but I've had people from up here in the Springfield, Mass area, Worcester too. And I'm just starting to really get the rap scene down because since last year, I've really had so many rappers that wanted to do the show and it's given me more insight into it. But
Mhm.
I'm still not up on as rap as I should be. And I'm getting, the more people I interview, though, the slowly but
There's
surely.
a lot. Don't feel bad.
No, I don't feel bad.
It's so eclectic with the different genres and now the subgenres that are being created. Like even myself, I'm like, okay, when did that start? That's a thing. All right. Okay, I'll try to listen to it. I'll figure it out.
Right, exactly. Well, are you, so uh, who records you then if you don't want other people in your house? You just do it yourself?
Yeah, no. So if it's something that like I have a SoundCloud and I have my YouTube and my official music. So
Okay,
for my SoundCloud stuff, I'll record it myself. I'll mix it and master it. For my official music, either my dad will record it, or if I feel like going out and just getting a bigger sound, like just very, very big, massive surrounding,
okay,
going from like ear to ear and all of that. I'll go to Clearwater or to Lou Drummond. He actually produced was it Kaya's song he produced? My Neck and My Back.
okay,
And he has a couple plaques on his wall and them or Clear Track, which is also in Clearwater as well.
okay. So you go to his studio to record if you feel more comfortable there. Is that it?
Yeah, I feel
Okay.
super comfortable with them. He's like family.
Oh, good. Okay. And he doesn't have a problem with you being in his house.
No, I ate all his cookies last time I was there.
Okay. No, I get it. I get it. No, I like your spirit. It's so giddy and upbeat. I love that.
Thank you, yeah. I try to keep a positive outlook on things.
Now, I was wondering, have you ever tried doing comedy at all? Have you ever done any acting?
I would love to act, but
That's just where you just haven't done it. And you're right now,
yeah,
you're
I
busy
don't know.
with that
I
stuff.
would like, I feel like I would love, I watch a lot of anime, so I would probably love to try voice acting.
Okay.
I feel like as far as acting, I would great at roles that don't talk. I would
Okay. Like
be
mime,
one.
like this.
Right,
Yeah, I get it.
right, exactly.
You like stand-up comedy too?
I do. A lot of people don't like, for instance, like Kevin Hart, but I love Kevin Hart.
What
He's
about, what
so,
about Sarah Silverman? Do you know who she is?
I don't. Oh my God. Are you putting me on to someone new?
Well, she's my cousin, but
Really?
yeah, you got to look her up after you get off after we're done.
Yes. Does she have like YouTube and stuff?
Well, she's been on, well, she's more than YouTube. She's been in a bunch of films. She's been on Seinfeld.
Maybe I actually might know her because there's a lot of people that I know they're like by face, but not
Well, she
by
wrote for
name.
Saturday Night Live back in the early 90s.
Oh,
She
Sarah
started there. She started with Lorne Michaels. You someone in the room with you, guiding you, right?
my mom is just like, what's her name? And I'm like, Sarah Silverman. She's like, yeah, I know who that is.
Oh yeah, everyone, people know. Yeah. Oh, she's pretty wild. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. So she's in fact, she did. You ever see the movie School of Rock?
Yes.
Okay, she was the girl in the apartment. The one.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay. Well,
See,
guess
this,
what?
I know faces, but not names.
You know her if you saw her. I guarantee it.
Right.
No, we're down to the final 5 minutes of the show, by the way.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Well, I
Time
hope.
flies.
It
Time
does,
flies when you're having fun.
I hope you enjoyed talking to me. I really
Of
enjoyed.
course.
All right.
Yes. It's been lovely.
Yeah. So here's what I want you to do now. For first thing I'm going to ask that you do is you give shouts out to people that are going to see the show. You can, start with your mom. She's right there. And then friends of yours, maybe, and certainly Ty, because of, how cool it
For
was to
sure.
connect us. And then we'll wrap the show. And then we'll talk about maybe getting new people on the show if you had a good time.
Right.
All right, go ahead. Give some shouts out.
Yeah, no, for sure. Shout out to my lovely mother who created me or helped. My
Exactly.
dad, my little one over here. And basically, yeah, shout out to Ty, of course, for helping us make the connection, and some of my collaboratives like Yism, Tune, Nico Sweet, a lot of interesting artists, Lou Drummond for producing my EP, and Party People Incorporated.
Cool. Okay, well, that's awesome. So if you had a good time with me, what I'd like you to do is if you know any people, those people you just mentioned, if any of them want to do the show, you got my digits now, have them contact me.
Yeah,
We'll get them on either by Zoom or in person, whatever works. Of course, by Zoom, we can go anywhere now, which is great, obviously. And again, if you ever want to come up here to the Boston area, I'd love to, connect.
oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
I'm literally, as soon as we get off, I'm gonna plan this and figure out how to get up there because I
Okay.
would love
And
to.
get yourself a nice 1967 Impala and bring it back down there. in Washington.
Exactly.
for you.
Drive it back down. Well, have someone else drive it because I might fall asleep. So
Right, well, and then, right, then like a rap song about falling asleep, like that.
yes.
All right, now I'm gonna ask you one favor. If when we're done with the show, will you hang around and do some pictures for Facebook? My tech guy, Joe.
Sure.
Okay,
Of course.
all
Yeah.
right. Okay, now, one more thing. Do you have anything coming up that you want to mention that you might have overlooked? Any event, any performance that you're gonna be doing in the near future?
I don't really have any performances yet. I've been
Anything
turning
around
them
the corner,
down because
whatever.
of working on my EP.
Okay,
I just got the last 3 tracks back today, so it's technically done, just making sure sound is A1. Yeah, I can send some over to you guys at some point too if you want. You can check it
Sure.
out.
absolutely. Well, you can always text them to me because you have my.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, ChevyGurl, you did a great job, and we're gonna wrap the show up. You ready to snap away like we did at the beginning?
Of course, let's do it. I'm
Let's
ready.
do it. Okay, folks. See you next week. Have another great Topic Time episode for you. Have a good week. Take care. Bye-bye.